We all waste time, every single one of us. And what makes that so dangerous is that time, especially the present moment, is the most valuable and fragile thing that we have. The truth is, life doesn't exist in the past or in the future. It only ever unfolds in the now. And we know this. This isn't news to anyone. Yet we constantly find ourselves drifting. We constantly find ourselves fantasizing about some better future, chasing goals or imagining how much happier we'll be when we finally arrive at our desired destinations. And of course, it's beautiful and important, in my opinion, to dream big and to set goals and to envision the life that you want. But without being rooted in the present moment, those dreams become illusions that pull us away from the only place we can actually create them, which is the present moment. And another thing that we all can fall victim to, and we all tend to do, is that we romanticize the past. We may find ourselves longing for a moment that's already gone. Looking back at the past and looking ahead and envisioning your future can be valuable, but without balance, they rob us of what's right in front of us. And The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, a book that I've made many videos talking about, a book that I've actually read from in this podcast, does such a good job at speaking directly to this truth. And that is the idea that your relationship with the present moment is absolutely everything. It determines your peace, it determines your purpose, it determines your future, ultimately. Because everything you want to become, everything you want to build, starts with what you choose to do now, in this moment. If you're always waiting for the right moment, you'll miss the fact that this is the moment. The only moment. Because the present moment is the only thing that we have. So ask yourself, are you living right now? Or are you just waiting? Are you just waiting for some moment to feel like you can start to live? And I know that sounds like a super deep question, but if you feel this way, I think it's an important question to ask yourself. Time is so valuable, and it's not something that we lose all at once. It slips away moment to moment, and it goes unnoticed.
We don't suddenly wake up one day and realize that we've lost years of our life in a single instant. Instead, time passes quietly in small, subtle ways. In every moment, we're distracted or disconnected or not fully present. It's easy to let life drift by without even realizing it, especially when we're constantly looking backward or forward instead of being grounded in the now.
Valuing the now, appreciating the present moment, and learning to develop a better relationship with the present moment is so important. It's interesting because, like I said, we often look back at the past with this sense of longing, remembering it as something really meaningful, or something more pure, something more simple than where it is we are right now, something that's better than where it is we are right now. And we do this with our future too, right? We future project and we think that once we get there, we'll finally be happy, or once we get there, everything will be perfect. But just going back to thinking about the past for a second, what we often forget is that those moments we now miss once felt completely normal. They didn't feel special when we were living them. They probably just felt routine, or maybe even boring, mundane. You didn't realize that they were the good old days, quote unquote, when you were living them, when you were there, when you were in the moment with it. That version of your life you now crave was made up of very ordinary days, very ordinary conversations, moments that you probably barely noticed, and it only became meaningful in hindsight when you were looking back. And the same thing is happening right now. This moment right here, right now, might feel average, it might feel unremarkable, but one day you may look back at where it is you are right now and wish you could return to it. So don't overlook the present while chasing the past, or while waiting for something better to happen. Do not let the present moment slip away while you're busy clinging to the past or constantly reaching for some imagined future. Don't miss out on what's in front of you. Life is now. And whenever I get caught up thinking about the past or thinking about the future, and I need something to help center myself, ground myself, that's a phrase that I repeat to myself very frequently. Life is now. Like, it's now. And what I do with it ultimately is going to determine what my future is like. Do not ignore the life that's unfolding in front of you. The present might not seem perfect, but it's the only place where change can happen, where growth can begin, and where your future is actually created. And I get the fact that the present moment, your present moment, might feel ordinary, it might feel mundane or imperfect. It might feel repetitive, or maybe it makes you uncomfortable to a certain degree. Maybe you're doing something boring, like sitting in traffic, or you're working a job that you're not really passionate about, or maybe you're just doing the dishes, for example. You're doing things you'd probably rather not be doing. And that's why so many of us treat the present as a means to an end. We're always trying to get through it so we can reach some better moment down the line. But the problem with constantly trying to escape the now is that we end up missing our life as it's happening, because life is now. When you stop resisting the present, when you stop judging it, avoiding it, or treating it like a stepping stone to get somewhere, you begin to experience a subtle but very, very powerful shift, you could say. And, accepting the now doesn't mean you give up on your goals. It doesn't mean that you give up on your growth. It just means that you stop fighting reality and you actually start to live it now, where it can only be experienced, where it can only be lived. And from that place of presence, you'll notice that life starts to open up. You start to notice small details in your life that have the potential to bring you more joy. The peace in silence, the sound of laughter, for example, like these things bring you joy. You start seeing beauty everywhere you look. You start to see beauty where you never noticed it before. Joy stops being this rare, far-off reward, and it becomes something that you can access right here, right now, even in the simplest of moments. That's what being more in the moment does. That's what presence does. And this is something that I have, my eyes have been open up to this since I started incorporating more presence into my life. That's why I'm so passionate about it. That's why I created this podcast. That's why I make the content that I make, to promote living more presently. Because it has made such a positive impact on my life. And it goes way, way, way deeper than just being more focused or being less reactive. It literally shifts the way that you perceive the world. It completely shifts the way that you perceive yourself. And there's this paradox, right? The more you stop trying to escape the present moment, the more alive and rich it becomes. Life stops feeling like something you're constantly chasing, and instead it becomes something you're actually in, something that you're actually happy to be a part of. And that's where peace lives. That's where joy grows. And it all begins the moment you stop treating the now as a means to an end, and you just start meeting it as it is. So if you want to be like me and you want to repeat to yourself, a few times throughout the day, life is now, or you want to take a few deep breaths throughout the course of your day and just bring yourself back to the present moment, if that helps you no longer get sucked into the past or get pulled into the future, do that. Actually incorporate a practice like this so you can feel more centered, so you can feel more grounded. It's only going to benefit you. It's only going to help you. I'm telling you, it has really done that for me. It has really, really helped me. And it's completely changed the way that, like I said, it's completely changed the way that I view the world and myself. When you stop treating the present moment as a means to an end, you will find more meaning in the now. When you're constantly looking ahead, when you're waiting for the weekend, when you're waiting for your success, when you're waiting for your happiness, for the real part of your life to begin, when you finally get there, you're trapped in a mindset that tells you this moment isn't enough. And you start treating the present like a waiting room, something to endure until something better comes along. But life doesn't happen later. Like, life isn't happening later, it's happening now, and it will always happen now. You'll always experience life now, in the present moment. And the moment you stop running from it, the moment you stop trying to fast forward your life will profoundly shift in the most positive of ways. Life is now. Thank you very much for listening to this recording. Thank you for being a part of Presence of Being. Every single recording is literally just me talking from the heart and talking about things that I'm learning as I'm building Presence of Being and growing Presence of Being and just growing myself, and things that I'm just learning as I live my life. If you find these recordings valuable in some way, shape, or form, let me know. My DMs are always open. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy listening to these videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that stuff helps a lot. Leaving a positive review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, if you're listening over there, also helps a lot. And if you're interested in representing the fact that you care about living more presently and represent living a more present way of life, go to presenceofbeing.co and grab a hat. I wear my Presence of Being hat all the time, and it's just a little reminder to myself and to everyone that presence is important. Living more in the now is important. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I hope you're having an incredible day wherever you are listening to this, and I will see you in the next recording very soon.